Hi there everybody, this is Natasha Wilkinson, your independent Scentsy consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. My box is full and it has come to that time. We're at the end of the month. I'm flying out to Brisbane for a few days with my son for some medical appointments in Brisbane tomorrow, so we'll be gone for 3 days. So I wanted to get my empties done before we head out and have it ready to go for when I get back to start filling up again for next month. So let's delve into what I have been using for the last 2 weeks of this month. So this is 2 months of empties. This is all Scentsy. So let's talk about what I have used. So I have used up a counter clean in Coastal Sunset. This has probably become my favorite scent in the cleaning range. Absolutely love it. For me, counter clean is my all-purpose cleaner. I have 4 kids, 1, 2, 4 cats inside the house and a husband, so you can imagine the mess that gets made. Counter clean, easy cleanup, particularly when you have a 2-year-old that wants to spill everything. So speaking of counter clean, I also used one up in Cloudberry Dreams. This is such a pretty scent. If you love fruity and rose scents, you will probably like this. It's got a very tart raspberry to it, and then it's got the rose mixed with it. I have been really enjoying the new fragrances that have come out this last season in cleaning products because they're not citrus. Prior to that, and we've still got a lot of citrus available for citrus lovers, but prior to that, the cleaning products were mainly citrus based. I'm loving that there is variety at the moment. And well, I must have been in the cleaning mood because I have a 3rd counter clean empty here in Make a Splash. So this is one, if you love aquatic scents, you will really love this. This is more on the aquatic side. It does have, I think, a pear or an apple note in it as well, so it does have a little bit of a fruity melon note, but my nose, it is more aquatic than anything. So 3 counter cleans and counting. While we're in the cleaning mood, I also used up a all-purpose concentrate in Make a Splash. So as I said, my counter clean is usually my all-purpose cleaner. I use the all-purpose concentrate to mop my floors with mostly, but I do use it for a little bit of general cleaning as well. But on the most behalf, all-purpose concentrate is my go-to for mopping the floors. So now we've talked about, oh no, we're not quite done with cleaning. So the last cleaning product in here is a dish soap in Make a Splash. So we have gone through a dish soap to wash up the dishes. So speaking of 4 cats, that was one, and he's lucky he didn't knock my warmers down, or she is. She has just jumped up onto the fridge to sleep. So that is the cleaning products I've gone through in the last 2 weeks. Let's move on to laundry. So as well as cleaning, I get a lot of laundry that I have to go through with kids. So I've pretty much gone through a whole system of Magnolia linen in laundry. So a Magnolia linen laundry liquid. This is the 2nd Magnolia linen washer whiffs I've used in the last month. And I have used except they're not in here, they must still be in the laundry. I have been using the dry discs as well, and I think I've got a tiny little bit left of the Scent Soft, maybe 1 or 2 loads left, and then I will have used up this Scent Soft. But this is becoming fast my favorite scent in the laundry. It's clean, it's fresh, it's crisp, but that magnolia floral note just adds that little bit of sweetness. I've really been enjoying that in the laundry, and I'm finding it is quite a good strong performer. So cotton cleanups, I got this at the beginning of the month. I have already gone through a full packet of cotton cleanups. I have lots of warmers, so it doesn't take me long to go through the cotton cleanups. There is my second tub of washer whiffs. So I must have gone through 3 tubs, small tubs of washer whiffs, because I do find with the washer whiffs, if I'm buying the smaller tubs instead of the larger tubs, 3 of the smaller tubs generally equate to what I would normally use in a large tub. And is this, no, it's just the scoop. I thought it might have had the dry discs, but the dry discs, as I said, must still be in the laundry. So let's move on to pods, shall we? At the moment I've only got cranberry pumpkin spice in here, so that would be going in, I'd say, the air purifier in my bedroom. My pods are due to go around and get a change out in all the other areas of the house. I just haven't got around to doing it. So let's talk about some wax. So I think we might start with the Bring Back My Bars. So tomorrow, Bring Back My Bar will be available to purchase. So let's talk about the Bring Back My Bars I have gone through. I've done samples of all of them, and by the time I finished doing samples, I was left with 3 or 4 cubes in each clamshell. So I've been using them to provide a warming review before I open the second clams I've got of each of the Bring Back My Bars. So I haven't gone through a full warming review of all of them, but I think I've roughly gone through 5 or 6 of them. So I've gone through about half of the Bring Back My Bars that will be available from tomorrow. So first one I'm going to talk about is coconut cotton. So I think there were 3 cubes left. So this remaining went into my laundry. It is the perfect laundry bathroom scent. If you want a laundry scent that is crisp and clean and bright, you would really enjoy this. But you don't want it overpowering or overheating laundry. That coconut in here really softens it and kind of adds a little sweet dimension to this scent. It is so pretty. I'm struggling trying to decide whether I actually want to add coconut cotton to my Scentsy Club. I'm normally not the biggest laundry scent fan, but I do love pink cotton because of that berry, and that adds that sweet dimension as well. But I kind of feel this would be, if I were to choose laundry scents and be told I had to have a laundry scent, this would be my summer scent, pink cotton would be my winter scent. So at the moment, do I just pick up a few extra of this to use through summer, or do I put it in my Scentsy Club? That's the struggle at the moment with coconut cotton. And it filled up my laundry perfectly. So I would say it's about a mid performer with that one. The next one, boho. I was pleasantly surprised by this. On cold, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't a fan. I think I only had 3 cubes left of this, and they went in the warmers in my daughter's room. It's very, in the clamshell on cold, it's a lot more tartar than what it is in warming. That plum sweet note comes through more on warming, and it's a strong performer. It filled up my daughter's room and started to trickle out into the hallway with just those 3 little cubes. So if you love fruity plum scents, I think you would enjoy this. I do kind of detect a little bit of warmth or depth, like a cinnamon in it. So to me, this is more of a wintry fruity scent because of that depth and warmth I'm kind of detecting in there. But I was quite pleasantly surprised. I don't know that I would put it in my Scentsy Club. I probably will pick up a few more of this one, but I don't know that this would make my Scentsy Club. So, Hug in a Mug. It's currently going in the kitchen now, I think. Yes, it is. This is going in my Scentsy Club. This one I do know is going in my Scentsy Club. This is a warm, rich, hot chocolate on a cold winter's day. It is warm and comforting. It is creamy. It is rich. I had 2 cubes left of this, and it went into my kitchen area, which is part of the open concept area, and I had to go yesterday morning after I put them in there to town. I came back from town and opened the front door right on the other side of the house, and all I could smell was Hug in a Mug from those 2 little cubes. So this is open concept worthy for me. And if you just want something warm and comforting and decadent and rich, go grab yourself some Hug in a Mug. I will be putting one of this in my club every 3 months. I don't think I need more than one every 3 months, because these type of scents I absolutely love, but they're also scents I reach for and I have to be in the mood for to warm. So one every 3 months will do me sufficient, but it's definitely going into my club. That one. Apple s'mores. So I warmed this in my room, the last few cubes of this in my room, on cold. I do not like this. It is very smoky and very bitter and very woodsy on cold. And my nose just did not like it on cold. When it warmed though, that marshmallow note shone through, and I got kind of almost a mixture of Harry Potter's Gryffindor and toasted marshmallow. And I really, really enjoyed it. So this is one of those scents I feel you need to warm to appreciate. Again, it's a very unique scent. It's quite strong. It was a good performer, but I don't know that I would pop it in my club. I will be picking a few more up because I was pleasantly surprised by it. I have Gryffindor in my club. I have toasted marshmallow in my club. So I don't feel I need all the smoky scents in my club. I've got to downgrade my club, not upgrade it. So I will definitely be picking a few more up of this particular one though. Next one, cider milk. This one in the kitchen. I have been hanging out for this one to come into a Bring Back My Bar. I voted like crazy for this one. The cleaning products, I get more apple in the cleaning products. On cold, I get more of the pumpkin and spice. In the cleaning products, I get more apple, a little bit of spice and pumpkin. But I still was not disappointed. The sweetness of the apple came through when warming this. This is beautiful, it is rich, it is comforting. I'm probably going to have 2 come every 2 months in my club. I'm probably going to open a bi-monthly club just so I can get 2 come every 2 months. This is kind of going to be, to me, I would warm like I warm Jack's Obsession and Halloween Town. During summer, I probably won't warm it, but over those months I'll stock up in my club, and then when winter comes, whatever I have in my stock will just be warmed constantly. I don't think I could ever get bored of this scent. It is absolutely amazing. Love, love, love it. Glad it's come to give me an opportunity to pop into my club. And I think because we don't get many pumpkin scents here, when pumpkin scents come, give me the pumpkin scents. I'm one of those girls that if you were to ask, are you a pumpkin girl or are you an apple girl? Imagine there was a field. In that field there was a fence. On one side of the fence was your pumpkin patch. On the other side of the fence was your apple orchard. Where would you be sitting? Yes, I have a lot of apple and spice scents in my club. So at present I'm sitting on that fence because I do enjoy the apple and spice scents. We get a lot of apple and spice scents here in Australia. But when I get the opportunity to get something with pumpkin in it, I'm jumping off that fence into the pumpkin patch. And I just feel we don't get many pumpkin scents here, so I enjoy them when they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 5. So 6. So I have used up 6 of the Bring Back My Bars so far. So I've used up exactly half of them by the looks of it. Midnight in Curacao or Curacao or however it's pronounced. Kuruku? I have no idea how that last word's pronounced. I do apologise. This is very interesting. Not what I was imagining. It's masculine, it's perfumey, but there's this spice to it as well. And almost like a tart, astringent note, particularly on warming. I go through periods, do I like it, do I don't like it, do I want it in my club? No, I don't want it in my club. I feel like I'd be happy with just the 1 bar I've got. Originally I thought I'd be picking up a few more bars, but when I warmed it, I really enjoyed it through the first stage of warming. As more of those notes, mid notes and base notes started to come out, it became a little bit probably too tart for me. So I do have 1 more bar that I will enjoy, but I probably won't be picking up any more of Midnight in Jericho, but I do see why it was voted back. It's very different scent. It's very unique. As I said, I get a combination of a deep, dark perfume, manly, cologne, sensual, spice note. It would make a really great body care. They were the Bring Back My Bars that I have warmed through. I've still got another 6 to get through and provide warming reviews on, but I have warmed through some other products this last 2 weeks, so let's talk about the other products I've got through. So I was in a fresh minty mood, so I did in the kitchen Peppermint Dreams, and in the open concept area off the kitchen Olaf Warm Hugs. Peppermint Dreams was a Bring Back My Bar exclusive that came out in our last Bring Back My Bar, and it's a it smells exactly like a mint patty. You get that rich chocolate note, you get that peppermint note. I really do enjoy this scent, but I do find that the peppermint dies off within the first few hours and you're left more with a chocolate note towards the end of its warming. So that's why I decided to put Olaf Warm Hugs throughout the rest of the house. This is softer, and normally it would go in one of my bedrooms because it is a softer scent, and I find while I can get a little bit of a hum of that mint in the background, it doesn't perform overly well in open concept areas. It's minty, soft buttermint, and I just found that that helped when that mint decided to die down in Peppermint Dreams, that I still had a little bit of the mint sense in the air mixed with the chocolate, which is kind of what I was aiming for with that particular combination. So it was quite enjoyable. So it's, as you can see, a lot cooler here in Australia, so I'm reaching for those warmer, richer, deeper, comforting scents. I went through in the lounge room area with Sour Wonderland, and in the kitchen area at the same time, Clementine Cupcake. So, Wassail Wonderland was a scent of the month a few years back here. Now, not last scent of the month, the scent of the month before, and it's an orange spice Christmas tree scent. Absolutely love it. Very strong performer. I still have a few of them, but I kind of still wanted to add a little bit of a warmth and depth to something other than just orange spice and Christmas tree, which is why I chose to put Clementine Cupcake in the kitchen. I thought that the clementine in the cupcake would kind of take on the orange and give like a bit of a orange bakery note. So it's basically a orange cupcake. I do apologize, I had to quickly jump off. The spice and orange note in here decided to set off a bit of a sneezing reaction, and I didn't want to sneeze on camera. So, as I was saying, the Clementine Cupcake has a, well, clementine's a citrus, so I thought that what I was trying to get was this beautiful orange cake mixed with spices and orange. And it was nice, and I could see where I was going. But for a little while when it was first warming, Wassail Wonderland was the strongest scent, and it kind of overtook what I was attempting to with Clementine Cupcake. I could smell the Clementine Cupcake in the kitchen if I walked into the kitchen, but I was trying to get that combination because they are open concept and melding together. So once this died down a little bit, what I was getting kind of did work, but I kind of feel if I were to try this combination again, I would add more Clementine Cupcake, less Wassail Wonderland, experiment with the ratios. But I do feel if you got the correct ratios with this combination, it would be quite enjoyable. So, an older Bring Back My Bar we had was gingerbread donut. I still had a few cubes. Well, I had, I think, 6 cubes, not a few, a majority of one bar left over from the last Bring Back My Bar, and I just hadn't warmed it because I did get an older bar when I did get gingerbread donut, and it was very tart, it was very bitter. I feel if I had a newer bar, I might have got a little bit more of that donut sense, but having an older bar, I don't know if the sense was affected or I just didn't enjoy the scent. So what I did with this particular one to get rid of it, I mixed it with vanilla bean buttercream to add a little bit more of a sweeter note and to try and bring in more of that donut note and that sweeter note. So adding that vanilla bean buttercream did help. It made it a little bit sweeter and more enjoyable for me. So that was what I popped in the open concept area. Okay, now the baby stopped crying, we can continue. So, Lion King Circle of Life. I had this going in my bedroom. Now, when it first came out, I remember not enjoying it. And then when it's recently came out and I did my first sniffs, I went and popped it in my Scentsy club. Amber, sandalwood, they're two of my favourite scents, and I'm like, why didn't I enjoy it? And that vanilla was really, really sweet. But then there's a note that comes, and I forgot about why I didn't enjoy it. There's a note that comes out in warming. It's a lot deeper. There's not much of that vanilla that I find comes out. It becomes a very deeper, darker, denser, a little bit more woodsy, I guess, not so sweet. And I feel that's what it's missing. I feel that it's very deep, it's very dark, it's very dense, without anything to tone down and smooth it out and add a little bit of a sweetness to it. And I feel that's why, to me, it's not as enjoyable on warming as it is on cold. I will probably keep it in my Scentsy club and get another one, maybe two, because I do want to try mixing it with a vanilla to bring more of that vanilla note through and add that sweetness that I feel this is mixing to see, because I can see this being a favourite of mine if some of that vanilla note came through and was sweeter. If I am unsuccessful with my mixing attempts, then it's probably going to be one that will be booted from my club. It's kind of got the starting positions of my favourite notes, just not the sweetness from it. The next one, Angel Experiment 624. So we warmed a bar of this in my daughter's room. It's a creamy berry milkshake. Sweet, sugary, creamy, rich berry milkshake. What more can I say? It's the perfect scent for my daughter's room. We tend to warm this quite regularly in my daughter's room. On the odd occasion I have warmed it in my bedroom, but it just reminds me of my daughter. It's bubbly, it's energizing, it's creamy, it's berry. And it was kind of a nice change. I mean, really enjoying the winter scents, but it was a nice change too, if that makes sense. While I'm not wanting to go full on summer, that creaminess to it still was enough that it wasn't full on summer, but gave me that little bit of the fruity vibe I might have been feeling that day or missing. So from top, I had this going in the kitchen. Absolutely love this scent. It's a brilliant mix-up. And normally I do mix it with other things, but I had it going by itself in the kitchen because I do enjoy it by itself too. It just reminds me, day after Christmas, after we visited my grandmother, sitting on the bench with my grandfather while he makes porridge from scratch and boils the oats in the pan. It just brings back that memory for me with this particular scent. And it is basically a oat scent, really, really enjoyable. In the bathroom laundry area, I had Amazon Rain going. This to me is a staple, but you don't see it come up much in my warming videos. Reason being, this is the scent I reach for when I don't know what I want to reach for in the bathroom or laundry. It kind of ticks all those boxes, and it's absolutely beautiful and unique. It ticks that fresh, clean box. It ticks that floral box. It ticks that sweet, tropical box. It ticks that fruity box. It ticks that citrus box. It's one of those scents that just is the perfect scent if you don't know what you want to warm to reach for. And that's what I kind of do with this scent. I have it on hand. I'm in the mood to warm something in the bathroom or laundry, but I don't know what I want to warm. I tend to reach for Amazon Rain. If this ever discontinues from the catalogue, it will be going straight into my Scentsy club. I'm running out of room on my desk space here. So the next one, caramel sugar cone. So this to me reminds me of, as a kid, walking down the fruit and veggie aisle, and you've got stuck on the sides of the fruit and veggie the red and green apples covered in toffee. It's the toffee from those apples. So you get that caramel toffee smell, but it's more of a syrup rather than a toffee lolly or a toffee set. It's the syrup of the toffee that you pour. So it's very rich, it's very sticky, sweet caramel toffee. I was mixing this with a apple scent, but it wasn't a Scentsy apple scent, so I will talk more about that in another video. But if you love sticky apple caramel scents, well, it's not apple, but if you love sticky, the caramel that goes, as I said, it reminds me of the toffee that goes on those apples walking down the aisle. So if you like those syrupy, sticky caramel scents, that's the word I'm trying to look for, you would probably really enjoy this particular bar. So the next few bars well, this one I don't know where it came from. I'm guessing I picked it up in Distash at some stage or clearance section or something, because it's very battered and it's not a scent that's available here anymore. I don't know if it was at some stage and I may have picked it up in the clearance section when I was rearranging and clearing. I found it in my stash. As you can see, it's missing bits, and that is Homestead Holiday. So this reminds me of pot puree. It's got that little bit of spice, it's got that dark pot puree type note, almost incensey like. So I had this going in the bedroom and it was going for 4 days and a good performance. So despite its condition, despite its age, it was still going strong at 4 days. Probably would have lasted longer, but usually by day 3 I'm ready to change my wax out and I'm ready for something different. So the final one, I know I did pick up in a Facebook D-stash at some stage because it's not available here in region 1, and that is Scary Good. So it is basically a pumpkin spice scent. On cold I wasn't a fan. On warming I really did enjoy it. It was pumpkin, it was spice, good performer, lasted a while. Won't talk much about it because we don't have it here in region 3, but if we did, I would definitely pick up some more and it would probably go into my club. So the next one, I went through 2 testers in Coconut Coast and Seagrass that I had with broken lids. This is currently in the clearance section. These went in my son's room. So this is basically a creamy coconut beachy type scent. So that's the wax I went through for the last 2 weeks. Let's talk about, as you can hear them rolling around in my basket, the oils I actually got through. So, well, I didn't get through all of these oils, but these are the oils I have been diffusing and enjoying. So, peppermint and vanilla. I really enjoy this time of year in my diffusers. It's just a strong peppermint scent with just a little bit of that sweetness from the vanilla. Caramel, vanilla, strawberry. This we had going in my daughter's room when she was warming. Angel Experiment. This is another milky berry, creamy type scent. And as you can see, we kind of really enjoyed that oil this month because I also completely used up the caramel vanilla strawberry little tester I have of that as well. So, was enjoying some Vevita and Sandalwood. This is a retired scent. You know, here, did I use it all up? Or is there enough left for another diffusing? I'll have to check that later. So this is very warm, very rich, very deep sandalwoody type scent. Cardamom and vanilla. Again, is this another one I use completely up? I think I use this one completely up too. I do believe I have a larger container of this floating around as well. Again, earthy, rich, warm, woodsy scent. As you can see, I was feeling those warm, rich, earthy scents lately. Pumpkin, cinnamon twist. Completely used that up. This was from our harvest collection. I do have another few more tins of the harvest collection. This is sweet pumpkin spice, a little bit sugary. Probably my favorite one out of the harvest collection of that 3-pack, to be honest with you. But I really enjoyed that 3-pack. I think I got 3 or even maybe 4 of those oil in that 3-pack because I just loved all of those scents. And this was from the holiday collection last year, and that is Gingerbread Dreams. So this is gingerbread, but it's got again that nutmeg and that vanilla sweetness, which really sweetened it down. So that is it. My basket is empty. That's what I was cleaning with, warming with, and diffusing. I hope you enjoyed my empties. I have got to get to packing, so I will speak to you all again at some later stage. Comment below. What have you been enjoying? Would love to know. Bye for now.